The United States of America $1 1979 with the S mint mark is one of the most historically interesting and widely discussed modern U.S. coins because it belongs to the Susan B. Anthony, SBA dollar series, the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real woman rather than a symbolic figure, and the first small-size dollar intended to replace the paper $1 bill. The coin was authorized by the Coinage Act of 1978 and struck beginning in 1979, with the San Francisco Mint, S producing proof and special collector quality issues only, not coins meant for everyday circulation. On the obverse, the coin displays a right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony, a prominent leader in the American women's suffrage movement who devoted her life to securing voting rights for women. Her selection marked a major cultural milestone, though the design itself sparked controversy because many critics felt it lacked artistic elegance. Surrounding her portrait are the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the right, and the year 1979 at the bottom, with the S mint mark positioned just above the date, clearly identifying the coin as a San Francisco issue. The reverse features a dramatic adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, showing a bald eagle descending toward the lunar surface with an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing peaceful exploration. The Earth appears in the background, a design originally created by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo for the Eisenhower dollar and reused here to maintain continuity in the dollar series. Encircling the reverse are the inscriptions United States of America and $1, reinforcing its denomination and national identity. Compositionally, the 1979 S Susan B. Anthony dollar is made of a copper core clad with an outer layer of manganese brass, giving it a silvery appearance despite containing no silver. It weighs 8.1 grams, measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter, and has an 11-sided inner border, a subtle hentagonal shape, designed to help visually distinguish it from a quarter dollar, although in practice the similarity in size and color caused widespread public confusion. The San Francisco Mint struck two main types in 1979, a proof version with highly polished fields and frosted design elements intended for collectors, and a special Type 2 proof, which is particularly important in numismatics. The distinction lies mainly in the mint mark, where Type 1 shows a blobby, filled in S, while the Type 2 displays a clearer, sharper, well-defined S, making it far scarcer and more valuable. These proofs were sold directly by the U.S. Mint in proof sets and never released into circulation. Historically, the SBA dollar faced immediate challenges after release, as the public resisted adopting it, preferring the familiar $1 bill, and complaining that the coin was too similar to the quarter. As a result, despite millions being struck, the series was short-lived, ending for circulation after 1981 and briefly revived only in 1999 to meet vending machine demand. From a collector's standpoint, the 1979 S dollar holds lasting importance as the inaugural year of the series, the first U.S. dollar coin honoring a real American woman, and a key example of late 20th century minting experimentation. In terms of value, standard 1979 S proof coins typically command modest premiums above face value depending on condition, while the 1979 S Type 2 proof is significantly more desirable and can be worth many times more, especially in pristine condition with original government packaging. Beyond monetary worth, the coin symbolizes a pivotal moment in U.S. social and numismatic history, reflecting both progress in representation and the practical difficulties of changing long-standing public habits. For collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike, the 1979 S Susan B. Anthony $1 coin stands as a compact but powerful artifact that connects American coinage, space exploration imagery, women's rights history, and the evolving relationship between currency design and everyday use, making it far more meaningful than its simple $1 denomination suggests. Next, top 2. The United States of America $1 1999 with the P mint mark is a significant modern U.S. coin because it represents the return of the Susan B. Anthony, SBA, dollar after an 18-year hiatus, marking an unusual revival of a discontinued coin series due to practical economic demand rather than public popularity. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P mint mark located just above the date on the obverse, and it was produced primarily to address a shortage of dollar coins for vending machines, transit systems, and mass transit fare equipment in the late 1990s. Although the Susan B. Anthony dollar had originally circulated from 1979 to 1981 and was widely criticized for being too similar in size and color to the quarter dollar, millions of unused coins sat in government vaults for years. By the late 1990s, however, increased use of automated machines created renewed demand, and before the new golden-colored Sacagawea dollar could be fully prepared for release, the U.S. Mint decided to strike the SBA dollar one final time in 1999. The obverse of the 1999 P dollar features the same right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony, designed by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo, honoring the legendary women's rights activist and suffrage leader who played a crucial role in securing the passage of the 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote. Inscriptions include Liberty across the top, In God We Trust to the right of the portrait, and the date 1999 at the bottom, with the P mint mark clearly visible above the year. The reverse continues the powerful Apollo 11 eagle design, also by Gasparo, depicting a bald eagle landing on the moon while clutching an olive branch, with the Earth floating in the distance, an image symbolizing peaceful achievement, national pride, and America's historic lunar landing. The inscriptions United States of America and $1 encircle the design. In terms of technical specifications, the 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar has a copper core clad with manganese brass, giving it a silvery appearance, a weight of 8.1 grams, a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, and a distinctive 11-sided, hendecagonal inner border, a subtle but deliberate feature meant to help distinguish it from the quarter. Approximately 29.6 million coins were minted at Philadelphia in 1999, all intended for circulation, making it the only circulation strike SBA dollar of that year. No proof versions were produced in 1999, further distinguishing it from earlier issues. Historically, the 1999 P dollar is notable because it is the final circulating issue of the Susan B. Anthony series, closing a chapter in U.S. coinage history that began with optimism about replacing the $1 bill but ended with public resistance and practical limitations. The coin circulated primarily in specific regions and industries rather than nationwide, so many examples remain in relatively good condition, though truly uncirculated pieces are still desirable to collectors. From a numismatic perspective, the 1999 P SBA dollar is a key modern-date coin because it represents a one-year revival, making it essential for completing a full Susan B. Anthony dollar set. While its face value is only $1, examples in uncirculated or mint-state condition typically command a premium, especially when well-preserved with strong strikes and minimal surface marks. Culturally, the coin also reflects a transitional moment in U.S. currency history, arriving just before the introduction of the Sacagawea dollar in 2000, which adopted a golden color specifically to solve the public confusion that plagued the SBA design. In broader historical terms, the 1999 P. Susan B. Anthony $1 coin stands as a symbol of adaptation and compromise within the U.S. Mint, illustrating how economic necessity, technological change, and public behavior can influence coin production decisions as much as artistic or commemorative goals. Though often overlooked in daily life, this coin encapsulates themes of women's rights, space exploration, automation, and the challenges of modernizing currency, making it a meaningful and instructive artifact for collectors, historians, and anyone interested in the evolving story of American money. Next, top 3. The United States of America $1 2001 with the P mint mark is part of the Sacagawea dollar series, a modern U.S. coin introduced to solve the long-standing problems that affected earlier dollar coins, especially the Susan B. Anthony dollar. By 2001, the Sacagawea dollar was in its second year of issue, and the Philadelphia Mint, P, played a central role in producing large quantities of these coins for circulation. This coin reflects a major shift in U.S. coinage philosophy. Instead of shrinking the dollar coin and keeping it silver-colored, the U.S. Mint adopted a distinctive golden appearance and a culturally inclusive design to encourage public acceptance and reduce confusion with the quarter. The obverse of the 2001 P dollar features a left-facing portrait of Sacagawea, the Lemhi Shoshone woman who assisted the Lewis and Clark expedition, 1804 to 1806, as a guide and interpreter, carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau on her back. The design was created by sculptor Glenna Goodacker and is notable for its realism, warmth, and dignity, emphasizing Native American heritage and the role of women in American history. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions Liberty across the upper rim, In God We Trust to the left, and the date 2001 with the P mint mark positioned to the right of the date, clearly identifying the coin as a Philadelphia issue. The reverse displays a bold and symbolic image of a soaring bald eagle encircled by 17 stars, representing the number of states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. This design was created by artist Thomas D. Rogers Sr. and conveys themes of freedom, expansion, and national unity. The inscriptions United States of America and $1 frame the reverse, completing the coin's formal identity. Technically, the 2001 P Sacagawea dollar is composed of a pure copper core clad with layers of manganese brass, which produces its distinctive golden color while remaining durable for heavy circulation. It weighs 8.1 grams, measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge, differing from many earlier dollar coins. In terms of mintage, the Philadelphia Mint struck tens of millions of Sacagawea dollars in 2001, primarily for circulation, although public use remained limited as the $1 bill continued to dominate everyday transactions. Historically, the 2001 P dollar represents a moment of optimism and experimentation by the U.S. Mint, as extensive marketing campaigns, including nationwide promotions and partnerships with major retailers, had accompanied the coin's introduction in 2000, yet widespread circulation still proved difficult to achieve. From a numismatic perspective, the 2001 P Sacagawea dollar is common in circulated condition and usually trades close to face value, but uncirculated examples, especially those with strong luster and minimal contact marks, are sought after by collectors assembling date and mint sets. Specially finished versions for collectors were also produced at other mints, though the Philadelphia circulation strike remains the standard issue. Culturally and symbolically, the coin is significant because it features a real Native American woman, a rarity in U.S. circulating coinage, and presents a more inclusive narrative of American history compared to earlier designs. In the broader story of U.S. currency, the 2001 Sacagawea $1 coin illustrates the ongoing challenge of balancing tradition, public habits, and innovation, standing as an important link between late coinage reforms and the modern era of rotating Native American reverse designs that would begin later in the next top 4. The United States of America $1 2009 with the D mint mark belongs to the Native American $1 coin program, a continuation and evolution of the Sacagawea dollar series that reflects a deeper effort by the U.S. Mint to honor the history, culture, and contributions of Native Americans to the development of the United States. By 2009, this program had been active for several years, following the Native American $1 Coin Act of 2007, which mandated that while the obverse would continue to feature Sacagawea, the reverse design would change every year to highlight a specific Native American contribution to American history. The 2009 D dollar, struck at the Denver Mint and identified by the D mint mark near the date on the obverse, is particularly important because it introduced a powerful agricultural theme known as the Three Sisters, symbolizing Native American innovation and sustainability. On the obverse, the coin displays the familiar left-facing portrait of Sacagawea, the Lemhi Shoshone woman who assisted the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 19th century, carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau on her back. This design, created by artist Glenna Goodacker, emphasizes strength, dignity, and maternal guidance, and is accompanied by the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, the date 2009, and the D mint mark, clearly indicating its Denver origin. The reverse of the 2009 Native American dollar is rich in symbolism and historical meaning, depicting corn, beans, and squash, the three sisters, which were staple crops cultivated together by many Native American tribes. This agricultural system was a sophisticated method of companion planting in which each crop supported the others, reflecting advanced ecological knowledge long before European settlement. The reverse also includes a Native American woman planting seeds, reinforcing the central role of women in native agricultural life and food security, along with the inscriptions United States of America, $1, and De Pluribus Unum, the latter inscribed on the reverse rather than the edge as part of the program's design evolution. Technically, the 2009 D dollar is composed of a pure copper core clad with manganese brass layers, giving it its distinctive golden color, even though it contains no actual gold. It weighs 8.1 grams, measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge consistent with other modern dollar coins. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint produced millions of 2009 D Native American dollars, but like many modern dollar coins, they saw limited everyday circulation, as the U.S. $1 bill remained dominant in daily commerce. Most examples entered the market through Federal Reserve channels, collector purchases, or remained in storage. From a numismatic perspective, the 2009 D dollar is generally common and typically valued close to face value in circulated condition, yet uncirculated specimens with strong luster and minimal surface marks are desirable to collectors completing date and mint sets of the Native American dollar series. While no major rarity is associated with this issue, its thematic importance adds to its appeal. Historically and culturally, the 2009 reverse design stands out as a tribute to Native American agricultural science, emphasizing that indigenous knowledge systems played a crucial role in shaping American survival, settlement, and farming practices. In the broader narrative of U.S. coinage, the 2009 D Native American $1 coin represents a mature phase of modern commemorative circulating coins, one that blends daily utility with education and cultural recognition, making it a meaningful artifact not only of American monetary history but also of the enduring legacy of Native American innovation and stewardship of the land.